we solve in education, and how we are disrupting the notion of classroom technology and learning management systems, and a little bit about our flexibility and the platform. The basic tenet that this product is built on is that education needs to be collaborative, because the purpose of education is to get the students engaged with learning. Now, how do you engage people with learning? You can only engage them when the process is collaborative, when the process is interactive. Unfortunately, a lot of teaching around the world tends to be lecturing based, which means it is one way. However, you will notice that even when you're sitting here, when the floor is open to questions, when there is interactivity, you tend to learn a lot more because you learn from ideas. Even the panel here has been stressing on the fact that we need to pick up the contacts from here, we need to collaborate with each other, we need to be aware about the open environment. But the way we are taught is that we are taught to be competitive. So there's a bit of an antithesis here, but the growing availability of information across the world is, I believe, a great leveler. Because information used to be the power source that people had, that, you know, I have certain information or I've learned it and others have not. But now it's just so easy to learn. With the number of learning tools that are available, with of course, Google can tell you everything. Information is a leveler. It is what you learn from everybody else's perspective and through collaboration, which is really going to take education to the next level, which is where our product comes in. Now, if you look at traditional classroom setups, there is blackboard duplication. If you look at ICT-enabled classrooms, or if you look at the way technology is used in classrooms or in teaching, or in fact in the whole app environment that is present, there is a lot of one-way interaction. So there is pre-prepared content. There are steps that you can take, step 1, 2, 3. But in that, the role of the teacher is sort of, it's undermined. Now, a teacher comes with a huge amount of expertise of having taught a variety of students over years. So the teacher's input is missing in multimedia, multimedia learning. In a conventional classroom, there is just too much that the student is expected to do, and too much, the teacher is writing, the student is copying the notes. There's how do you learn, write, read, comprehend at the same time? In traditional classrooms, the teacher does not have an ability to control what the student is doing. In a technology-enabled classroom, whether you look at technology in terms of, let's say there's an interactive whiteboard, or every student has a laptop, or every student has a mobile, or whatever, there's dispersed activity. There's a lot of tasks that everybody is doing on their own. The result in both cases is little collaboration. Now, there are governments across the world, there are schools that are planning to give mobiles, tablets, laptops to their students. We believe that is really not the solution. Just providing tablets or mobile phones is not the solution, which is where our product comes in, Touch on Cloud. We call it a learning operating system, which helps you create, connect, and engage. Why do we call it a learning operating system? It's because it makes classrooms collaborative. We can deliver open content in a jiffy, and we make content available for use through the cloud at home. Now, why do we call ourselves a learning operating system? Because all the tasks that you envision in teaching and learning can be done through this platform. A teacher would want to whiteboard, a teacher would want to share the files that she has as knowledge, a teacher may want to integrate from the internet, go back home and log in and see how the class happened step by step. And now, so a teacher comes in, she logs in, she starts teaching, she uses her tablet or the whiteboard and on our platform she starts teaching. It gives the teacher complete flexibility to use whatever source she wants to use, and on top of that, add her layer of knowledge. This is what I was talking about when I said that we are a platform, we don't have pre-prepared content, we expect the teacher to aggregate content that she wants from wherever she wants. We can also integrate with content providers if required, if the school requires us to. There's an instant broadcast of the teacher's screen. There's no need for blackboard duplication. The student is free to put her or his own layer of annotation. If the teacher wants to control the student's screen, she's free to do that. She'll get a snapshot of what every student is working on. She can launch, the students have access to each other's notes. They can make study groups. You can deploy quizzes. I just have to press a button. I can deploy a quiz. A poll will go to all the students. They answer. I get a live distribution of how the students are understanding the class. There's a lot of personalized learning input that happens through this product. In fact, we've already done a pilot with close to 25 schools and universities in India. And we did a survey after every pilot, and we have got quantitative feedback to prove that there is a 20% improvement in learning outcomes. More than 80% students and teachers find this engaging and efficient, and they believe that this improves classroom interaction and productivity. Of course, the students are very excited about using this, and you can relive the classroom experience at home. Now, we are applicable to all education segments, from K-12 to universities to distance learning. In fact, we have a vocational training partner who wants to use this. They want to use this to give vocational training, tablet-based vocational training, using, say, Hyderabad as a primary center, and go to beam to all the centers in Andhra Pradesh. This only requires internet. It does not require any satellite. It's geared for a developing economy. It requires very minimal broadband penetration. I mean, very limited bandwidth, not very high bandwidth. And we're also building in browser embedded video and audio conferencing. So that, I think one of the participants had it here, that you should not have the student go to the school should come to the student. That's also going to get enabled with our product as we go along. And we have various business models. You could have a tablet lab, you could have a BYOD. A little bit about the company. It's, the co-promoters are batchmates from ISB. In fact, the CEO is a McKinsey alumni. He got this idea when one of his partners was doing an interactive organization structure during a project presentation. And we have all India presence. We are also now beginning to, through channel partners, sell in about 8 countries worldwide. So that's about us. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Excellent.
Up in, say like corporate training sort of a setup, then what is required? Like one needs to buy tablets for the participants, and
it's an HTML5 product. It will work on Windows as well as it will work on
so you mean like
tablet.
people can use computers, but
Yes, they can use computers. So typically you have you have e-learnings, because you don't have time for all the trainers to go to all the employees. In this case, a trainer could be based in, say, Seattle, and you want to do a training to 1,000 employees. You could do an interactive training using our product. With every employee just needs a login, and the master trainer needs a login, and the users have to be mapped to him. He can control as many screens as he wants. He can control all the users. He'll beam his he can beam his material. He can annotate on top of that, because many times we make a presentation, but then we have afterthoughts. You can add those afterthoughts, and you can add a mix of files, and you can let the users or the employees annotate on top and save it in your login.
Okay.
So actually, it is an LMS that creates content on the fly.
okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Supreet.
Thanks. Thank you.
So last presentation of the day, Amit Agrawal.